video journal, Wednesday, I believe it's June 13th. On my way into work, a little after 9 a.m. It's a bit later than I'd like to get started. I typically get in there between 8 and 8:30. But Beth is still traveling for work. She's training for 2 weeks, so she'll be back on Friday of this week. Getting a lot of help from my mother-in-law, which is great. She's staying there. Kids, Delaney is at daycare today. They get to go swimming. McKenna's friend Alex is over, and Alex's dad is going to pick them up around noon, take them to the zoo, part of a camp that Alex and McKenna are in. Alexandria, I presume is her name. I won't keep this much work related right now, other than the fact that it's I'm still really I'm pressing. I feel this heavy weight on me, kind of scared to death. I backed into a corner, and I damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's really hard to do the things that I need to do in order to be successful in my line of work, which is essentially just being out in the public, doing things. Like last evening, I was fortunate enough to go to that home buyer workshop with some people that I know and refer business to, and go to support them. But I had to leave early. I didn't have to. I just chose to. Just like I have to skip most things in order to get back to help out around the house. Yet I was still criticized for having left for the evening, made it sound like I was leaving everything in my mother-in-law's hands, and that's not the full picture. Made it sound like I was just being irresponsible and taking off. The facts weren't all disclosed. I also had left work at 3, picked Delaney up, and stayed at home with the girls all afternoon until the evening, when I then went back to work for 1 hour. An hour and 15 minutes, counting the 15 minutes that I spent to get McKenna some Chinese food that she had wanted. So things kind of put out of context and projected onto the kids. I'm going to stop there because this is going to turn into something too negative. Anyway, I'm going into work, and I'm really trying to put my brain into a position where it's much more positive. Otherwise, I'm going to really have a hard time working. I'm fighting an uphill battle as it is. So I need to have self-confidence and be positive and caring, that's who I am. I can't let the cancer eat at me, the cancer of negativity. So I'll spend the rest of this drive almost meditating, trying to zone in on being proactive and reaching out, engaging with people as much as I can, and trying to get better. It's not so much the struggle of the job isn't what I do. I understand how to do the right things for people. The struggle is getting people comfortable enough to sit down and give me a chance. Even referrals, I had just a perfect example yesterday. The referral was sent over from someone in a networking group. Said the person wants me to call. I reached out a couple of times and no response, which tells me, just from my experience, that the person really isn't interested in meeting me. And I can't force that, and I'm not going to force that. And maybe that's my downfall, is that I won't push. But I just wait. I'll sit back, and it's in that person's hands right now. I guess yet to be determined if that's the right way to do things or not. In any event, I'll go back today and send messages to people. Hopefully I'll have a chance to talk to them and a little bit more about what I do. Really, the main thing right now is all I want to do is generate more life insurance business. The rest of the stuff, annuity business, asset management, investments, All of that stuff will come in time. The most important thing to me right now is just the life insurance side of things. Simple, setting up. It doesn't matter if it's term, permanent, whatever. I'm gonna put the person in whatever's right for them. And if they don't need anything at all, I'm not gonna put them in it. Perfect example is Kate, the newest client I have, 24 years old, just getting started, and she's actually wanting to start a business. She just needs capital right now. She doesn't really have a capital need to protect. She doesn't really need life insurance right now. So all I'm doing is just sort of coaching her along and encouraging her and helping her find ways to capture more savings. And when the time does come that the insurance fits, then we'll talk about it then. But right now, it's not even a relevant piece. So that's just a perfect example. I'm not an insurance salesman that's just going to sell somebody something to sell them something. It's got to make sense. I just need to find the people who do need it. Families get started. I think the big thing is the people who already have coverage, getting them to understand they need to consistently look at that, because they set it up, especially people my age that started families in their 20s, those policies are probably going to lapse. They need to review them now. So those are the people I want to meet, try to help out.